Imagine a product that worked on every surface on your car. The paint, the glass, the plastic, the rubber. Well, we found it. On this week's edition of Performance TV, we hit Top Coat. Welcome to Performance TV. We're in the Sunshine State, just outside of Jacksonville, and we're here to check out the guys from Top Coat. We're going to learn a lot about F11, its uses, and how great a product it is. It works on planes, it works on cars, and it even works on bikes. In fact, Bike Week, Daytona, 1 hour south, Top Coat was there. Let's check it out.
How you doing? What I'm going to show you is a reconditioning of this 99 Harley Davidson. It's actually a 3-year barn find that our customer has brought to us to recondition with F11. And what we're going to use it on is any gloss paint. We're going to use it on any and all chrome, Lexan windshield, any rubber hoses, any plastic, front to back, top to bottom. We're going to recondition it with one product, F11. Come on up to the front here and I'll show you. Even though it's dirty, we're still going to use the F11. We're going to spray on a fine amount. With that dirt on there, I'm actually going to let it sit for a minute. And then all you do is buff it into the surface. You can see the F11 is lifting all that dirt off the surface. And that's been on there for 3 years in a barn. And then you're going to use your clean microfiber to polish it to a shine. Hit your chrome here, hit your windshield. And look how amazing that looks after using one product on your Lexan windshield, the chrome, and the paint. All with one product. Now let's see how F11 works on the leather. Again, this leather has been in the garage barn for 3 years, and it is making that leather look new again. It has brought back the natural luster of the leather seat. Now we're going to apply F11 to the motor area of the motorcycle. We're going to apply the F11 to all the black denim on the engine, even in the cylinder heads, all the chrome. And the F11 is going to bring back the original luster of the black denim, even in the cylinder. It's not going to leave any buildup in your emblems like other products would. You can see how it is deepening the gloss even on the chrome. You can see here the black denim has returned to its original luster, and it's actually already dried here in the cylinder fins. So there you have it. We polished all the surfaces on this engine, and it looks absolutely amazing.
The way that Harley Davidson came out was incredible, and that is what's so cool about Top Coat F11. Now, we know what it looks like, but the owner doesn't know yet. After the break, we're going to see his reaction. We'll be back after this.
Time now for Top Coat's tips and techniques.
About a month ago, we used this 2011 work truck to do a demo with Top Coat F11, mainly to show how easy it is to keep a vehicle clean. Now, this truck is an everyday work truck, and it's in weather in Tennessee constantly. Now, one thing about Top Coat is it's a water-based, eco-friendly product, which means you avoid all the water reclamation issues in some states, especially like California, right, Scott?
Absolutely, which means, like as an example, because this was treated, a month ago, you don't need water. You don't need a bucket. You don't need a hose. We're literally going to go right over this panel, spray it down, buff it in, and watch just how easy and effective this is. More importantly, we actually have 3 bird dropping marks on that product, which means you get the protection as well. That will not get through. So here we go. I'm just going to give it a quick mist, okay? Now again, we've got, can you hold that for me, Mike? You also have road film issues where it runs down. That all just buffs right off very, very simply. Now watch this. Look how fast that came off. 2 more bird droppings up here. Look at this. It just wipes right off because you have that great barrier, that great protection that's already there. Now, every time we do this, we just keep adding to it. We just keep improving that surface, that layer. Look at that shine, Mike.
And it's so fast, and I noticed there's no buildup in this stripe or on the logo.
So as you can notice, there's no white wax residue buildup, nothing. And look how that paint pops. So now we've got another coating on here, that much more protection. Everything came right off, as you can see. And I don't know if you noticed, but how easy that was to do. So if you want to learn more about it, you can always go to topcoat.tv.
Performance TV, presented by Topcoat, is brought to you by RockAuto.com. All the parts your car will ever need. Worley Custom Fabrication, specializing in high-performance diesel and custom metal fabrication. Magic Creeper, the most versatile creeper ever. And by Topcoat. Don't just coat it, top coat it.
Welcome back to Performance TV, presented by Topcoat. We are at the headquarters and going to check it out. But in the previous segment, we checked out a Harley-Davidson that needed some help. The owner has yet to see it. Let's see what he thinks.
What do you think, JR?
Wow. Wow.
Really brought it back to life, huh?
Oh my God. This thing is gorgeous. I mean, unbelievable. Guys, this thing is just, God, I can't believe this.
That is one happy Harley owner. And there's going to be more because the people here at Topcoat are fulfilling orders and sending them out. This is a great American success story that started out of a near tragedy.
I've been doing this forever, for a very long time, since I was a kid. And it turned into a bunch of shops and employees, and we did everything, you know, like a one-stop shop, bring a car in, we did whatever it needed. But that's getting familiar with the products and the chemicals and so forth, and starting to understand, you know, what was out there, because I worked with everything under the sun. The real turning point was when I left the company I was working for, started up another facility here, and quickly thereafter I had a bad car accident, and that was it. It was literally game over. I was sitting at a light, and about 20 car lengths back, at a light, at a standstill, and I'm just playing with the radio and I'm screwing around with it, and I'll just never forget this. This lady out of nowhere just started literally screaming at me. I mean, just screaming at the top of her lungs, "Look out, look out, look out, look out, look out." And I just sort of 10 and 2 o'clocked, and I became part of the seat. And I put my head on that headrest, and the minute I did that, I sort of like caught a quick glimpse of that rear mirror, and it just quick, and bam, and that was it. That was really what happened, you know. Had the car wreck, literally thought it was game over, but again, it was one of those, I didn't want to give up to my kids. While I was going through that, I knew that I got to provide a living here. You know, I've got the kids, I've got my wife, and, you know, in this condition, you know, I didn't think I'd ever walk again, and the thought was, well, I've got to be able to figure some way out to do something in this condition, knowing that I was going to be crippled the rest of my life, and but yet where I could provide an income. And it had to be something that I knew. That was really the defining point of the Topcoat product. I said, if I could create one product, initially to start, right? One product that could do everything. Put it on the glass, plastics, paint, rubber, trim, you know, no heat issues. That was also eco-friendly in a water-based form, because that's, to me, where the real technology is water-based. How could it not work? No one has the time anymore. No one has the patience anymore, or the knowledge. I mean, you've got to really know in today's day and age what product does what. In my condition, I can't wash. I can't pull out a hose. I can't pull out a bucket. I can't do the old traditional way of how the industry, you know, works. You know, can and sprays them. I can't physically do any of that. But I could certainly take one product and use that on everything, and not only use that on everything, but do a full day's job right, with all those other products in a half hour, maybe an hour at worst. The only problem was, if I can pull this off, it's either going to be a really great success or, you know, it's going to be a miserable failure.
We'll have more of this remarkable American success story on Performance TV after this.
Performance TV coming to you from the Top Coat facilities in Jacksonville, Florida.
Welcome back to Performance TV, on location at Top Coat. Their product is remarkable, but so is their story. You're lying in a hospital bed, you've got this urgency, you have this eureka moment. What was your next step?
It was really trying to get it out there. Understanding what was going to work for the market, that I figured out. But it was how to actually launch it, how to get it out there. And in my condition. You know, that would have meant, you know, I can't walk, I can't go around and jump on airplanes and fly all over the place and start knocking on doors, you know. So I started off small, started doing trade shows and so forth, the family, my son, my daughter, my wife, myself, and started seeing the response. It was so cool when out of 10 people, and I always use these numbers, out of 10 people that would come and you know, buy it, check it out, you know, 8 people fell in love with it immediately. But at the end of the day, I realized that, wait a second, you know, this is going to go, because it's literally solving a benefit here. You know, it's solving time, it's solving, you know, efficiency. It's a product that works, it's a product that lasts, it's a product that builds with every time you use it.
What was the key to getting it out there?
The block and mortar store is the way of doing things. And you know, naturally you want to go with a large chain, you know, an automotive chain, right? But at the end of the day, that would have taken forever. In my condition, there's no way on earth I would have been able, it would have worked eventually, but it would have just taken too much time. And so the direction I quickly realized was, wait a second, seeing the response of how everyone's reacting to this product when we would do a show, we need to go direct to retail.
Scott and I were each other's missing puzzle piece. I ended up thinking, you know, I need to find an American product. I mean, a real freaking product, not an overseas thing, or quality American product, and build a serious brand. That's what I always wanted to do. And it hit me to call Scott. So I was always a fan of Top Coat. I used the product for years. My father-in-law, you know, introduced me to it through Scott years ago. And so it hit me one night, man, why don't you call Scott and ask him about selling his product, you know, because it was kind of what I was looking to sell.
We knocked it right out of the park. When we first started getting the orders in, you know, we can handle it, we can handle it, we can handle it. No, it was like, it wasn't 10 orders. It was like 500 orders in the very first day, right? So it was really something. And our house quickly turned into a manufacturing facility in the middle of a subdivision.
Because when you take an awesome American product like Top Coat and you back it with serious marketing like that, it's a perfect match. And so after the first month, when Scott realized we did more than a month and probably the whole history of the company, it was that massive, him and I were just like, dude, we need to just join forces, you know, and go for it. And that's what we did. And after 10 months, I think we beat out like most of the top 10 companies in the industry, because it was a better technology, better product, sold a better way.
So now we've heard the Top Coat story, it's time to see the product in action.
Top Coat is a new way of doing things. Now, at one time or another, we've all used the outdated products on the market. And the problem with those are, they give your vinyl an artificially greasy, oily look that actually attracts a lot more dirt, dust, and debris. With Top Coat F11, it's going to enhance the natural shine. It's not going to make it greasy or oily, and it's going to attract a lot less dirt, dust, and debris. And you can see the difference between the two products here. You have a greasy, oily feel right here, and Top Coat F11 just gives the surface its natural luster. Now with the other products, if you get that stuff on your windshield, you got grease and oil all over the windshield, which is difficult to remove. F11 can be used even on your inside glass. Every surface on the interior, whether it's your vents, any chrome, your LCD screens, Heck, even your steering wheel for that matter if you wanted to. F11 can be used on every surface on the interior of your car and the exterior too.
Time now for the lowdown with Magic Creeper.
Not every situation is a perfect situation when you need to get underneath a vehicle unless you have something like the Magic Creeper, Joe. You know, we're outside, there's gravel, incline, uneven stuff, and you need to get underneath this truck. What are you going to use, piece of cardboard?
Absolutely not. Imagine you're on the side of the road and you need to get into a situation like this, and I don't want to get my cool Performance TV workwear all dirty. You've got to drop to your knees in the gravel. It works as a pad, but more importantly, it protects you from all the dirt, dust, gravel, and rocks.
That's right, and all you have to do is unroll it, and it's very simple to get it underneath the vehicle and keep you clean while you're going under. So this is what you want to do.
Just place it down, roll it out, sit down on the very edge, and then slide out and slide under. And just like that, Kathy, I'm underneath and I have this great freedom of motion, not to mention additional ground clearance, because if I was on a regular creeper, first of all, I wouldn't be able to roll around on rocks, but I would be 3 inches higher at least. In this case, I can get all the way under, almost halfway underneath the vehicle, and able to move around. To me, this is one of the greatest innovations, and the fact that it's only 3 pounds, it's in the back of your vehicle, it's waiting for its opportunity to help you out. I can't think of too many things better than that.
Right, Joe, and see, and now even once you get off of the Magic Creeper, because wherever you sit down, that's where you're going to stay. The Magic Creeper does the moving, so you are staying clean. Now, if it happened to be wet or whatever outside, you're still going to not have to worry about that, because this is water resistant. It's also oil resistant. We've cleaned these off. We've done all kinds of things to these, and they're very, very hardy. And like Joe said, only 3 pounds. Very easy to store in your vehicle, and you want to make sure that when you're getting a Magic Creeper, you get the real thing by going to their website at magiccreeper.com.
Stick around for more Performance TV presented by Topcoat. We'll be back after this.
Performance TV, presented by Topcoat, is brought to you by Stage 8 Fasteners, home of the world's best locking header bolt. Locking kits now available for all turbo applications. Go to stage8.com. Borla, the world's most winning exhaust. Magic Creeper, the most versatile creeper ever. And by Mobile Environmental Solutions, the leading portable mobile paint booth.
It takes 3 basic things to make an engine run: fuel, spark, and air. And if your engine is not breathing well, it's not going to perform well. You're going to be losing horsepower and the all-important fuel mileage. Something so simple you can do is keep that air filter clean and change it out periodically. So what we're going to do on this vehicle, it's real easy to get to. First, we're going to unclip our sensor. Take that off and get it out of the way. Some vehicles you might have to loosen the band clamp, but I think we're going to have enough room here to move the box out of the way. Just get in here and start unfastening. Okay, so we have our 4 screws out, and move this back out of the way a little bit. Yep, no problem getting down to our filter, which looks like the original factory filter. It's not too awful bad, but let me tell you something. Vehicle's going to breathe a whole lot more. Something else you might want to do while you're down in here is take a look for some of the other debris that you may find. Get that out of the way. Have our new filter. You could spend a couple of bucks more and get one of the reusable filters, which is not a bad idea. But for now, this vehicle's going to breathe a whole lot better.
We are at the headquarters on location at Topcoat. As you can see, a lot of product is moving out. And there is a reason, because you can use it on a car, you can use it on a plane. In fact, they want you to use it on just about everything. And that's what makes it different.
You know, as everyone knows, Topcoat is an amazing product when it comes to cars. We all know that. Obviously, whether it's the surfaces from the paint to the glass, you know, it's just an amazing product. But guess what else it can do? I get questions all the time at car shows or all these different shows that we go to. Hey, what else can I do with this product? again, it's endless because it's a multi-purpose, multi-technology coating. You can do literally anything. I mean, look at this bike, for example. Here's a whole market that no one really talks about, but you're going through mud, you're going through water. You know, mountain biking is a huge, huge passion. It was one of mine at one time. And I always want to know how to keep it clean, right? Well, no different here. You just take your top coat, your F11, you spray it down. I mean, spray everything. Go crazy with it if you want, right? And then take your towel, your microfiber, and just start polishing, buff it in, and you get the same, you know, brilliant results that you would get, say, on that paint finish, right? But also, you're doing your tires, you're doing your sprockets, you're doing your rims, so it's helping prevent the corrosion, you're getting the protection on it, and less maintenance. So when you're going and you're tearing it up through the woods and through the water, all that comes off much easier.
We get the question all the time, where else can you use Top Coat F11? We know it's used in the garage and on vehicles, but where else can you use it? Well, you actually can use it anywhere in your house, especially like cabinets. You can use it on your kitchen cabinets. It'll prevent them from staining and dirt building up. It'll even reduce wear, like around knobs and stuff that you see sometimes. So it just makes life easier, you know, and it makes things look new. On all your appliances, like this is a stainless steel microwave, which has a lot of different surfaces. It has stainless steel, which is notorious for just having stains and fingerprints and you can't get them off. Well, this microwave already has F11 on it. And if you notice, I've been trying for a little bit, trying to get a fingerprint to demonstrate, and it doesn't leave fingerprints easy at all. And they actually would just wipe right off if you do have any, so they don't embed. So F11 makes life a lot easier, not only in the garage and with cars, but also in the home. You can use it in your bathroom, on the shower walls or shower glass, especially the glass doors. It prevents a lot of water staining and stuff like that. You can use it on your leather sofa or leather furniture or wood furniture. You can even use it on high-end stereo equipment such as speakers or components. You can spray F11 on the towel and rub it on and buff it in.
Well, that's going to do it for this edition of Performance TV presented by Top Coat. I learned a lot, but now I got to head to the airport. Hey, Scott, does this thing move? Can you get me there?
We can find out.
That's great. And hey, you don't mind, I'm taking this.
Have at it.
Now, I learned a lot about what we can do when we're detailing and the fact that we have now one product that does it all. So different. And I might as well hit the Lambo a little bit, just a little bit, right, before we head out. I'm detailing a Lamborghini. Maybe I skip my flight. Who knows? We'll see you next time on Performance TV.